The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia.
And when he has tried me, I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me. Did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The mind to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chopped it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. This is Saquon Barkley. Always got some breathing room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big pickup there on the run.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for James Conner, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Ryan. And that's complete to Cooks. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Shotgun now for Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Hopkins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Dante Fowler in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Murray now. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
From the 27, Ryan. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 to score after one on EA Sports. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Connor. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is Connor running right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. Extra point attempt to follow here. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Second down. Here's Barkley again. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 67 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Eluding the pressure right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. They start the drive with Connor, and he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Ryan. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. That is caught. It's Williams. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
A first down carry for Barkley, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Saquon Barkley running right, pushes him over, and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Prater for the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing on second and long. Ryan, the throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. From the shotgun, Ryan. This is caught by Williams. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
From the 30 on second down, Ryan throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Throwing again on second down. Ryan trying to lay one up deep.
And yet again, Ryan is intercepted.
Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive in the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. High throw, but the catch is made. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple-option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant.
The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Murray trying again after the pick six. Flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Philip Dorsett hauls it in.
And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. To throw is Murray.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that'll bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Ryan. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Samson Ebukam. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's letting it fly for Cooks. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down.
Here's a handoff to Connor. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Chandler Jones drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And this is good from 57 yards out. That is bombs away right there.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
We did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. 108 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On 2nd down now, Barkley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's a give to Barkley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. On 2nd down, Barkley. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Extra point good by Prater, and they will take a 7-point lead. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Short kick. One of the up middle taken down. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. One last shot for Ryan. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it